Hello, everyone. Let me straighten that out for a minute. Hello, hello. So, we're on to do some more readings tonight, so just give me a second, and I'm going to pull some stuff up. Hello, everyone. Hello, Moni. Okay. Need links, and more links. Copy. Okay, guys, so give me a second and we'll jump into these in just a moment. I just want to pin a comment here. And I can type properly and spell things. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Monica. Okay, guys. So we're on for readings. Okay, perfect. Sorry, guys, I forgot to do some stuff before I came on, so I had to put up some protections really quick. Okay. So, we're going to go over who I am. I'm going to introduce myself. We're going to go over the rules on how to, or the ways and you can get a reading. We're going to get rid of these runes because we're not using them tonight. And I will show you guys the cards I am using tonight. Okay, so hello and welcome. I hope everyone's week is going good. It's hard to believe it's Thursday already. This week's gone by so fast. So, for those of you who are new to watching my lives and may not know who I am, my name is Mystical Essence. Well, my name is Becky. I am the co-owner of Mystical Essence. And I'm an intuitive tarot card reader, oracle card reader, astrologer, and spiritual mentor. Okay. I just love helping people. I have been reading tarot for about 5 years now. I originally got into it after learning astrology. I wanted to find other ways to dig more into myself in order to develop myself and learn more about myself. So that kind of prompted my journey into tarot. I used it for self-improvement, self-discovery, things like that. And then it kind of bled over into reading for friends and family. And then eventually all of you guys, when, you know, people prompted me to try to go live. So my goal is to help empower all of you guys. That is why I do these readings. I want to give you guys insight, wisdom, and knowledge into different things so that you can step into whichever path you are meant to follow in this lifetime and hopefully live the best life that you can live and step up into your power. Okay, that's what I love to do. Being a Scorpio, I am definitely all about empowerment. So there are a few different ways that you can get a reading with me. And we're going to go over those ways right now. So the first way is you can purchase a reading using the link in the pinned comment. So purchasing a reading guarantees you a reading and allows you to ask a specific question. Okay. Or ask about a specific topic, or ask about something specific. It doesn't necessarily have to be a question. It can be a topic. But I am going to say with the paid readings as well, if you guys are asking questions, the more specific the question, the more specific the answer I can give you. I don't need a whole lot of details. I just need a very specific question. Okay? Because sometimes people will come on and they'll be like, I just want a love reading. But they're really looking to know something about their relationship that they're currently in, or if somebody is cheating on them, etc., etc. But they don't say that. They just ask for a love reading. And then what I do is I pull the cards on what they need to know about their love life currently. And sometimes what they want to know doesn't come up because there's other things they need to know. So if you guys have specific questions, please ask them, because the more specific the question, the more specific the answer I can give you. Okay. So the link does take you over to a section in my Etsy shop, which is strictly for live readings. So any of those readings in that section, I can do while I'm live. So as soon as I get the payment and it clears, I will do your reading for you. Okay. The readings are anywhere from $5 to $20. There are also pendulum, there's a 2-question pendulum reading in there as well. That's $2. Okay. I will be adding more readings to it. I've just got to kind of take some of my bigger readings that I have available in private readings and cinch them down so that they're manageable for lives, because my private readings, the bigger readings, take about an hour. And obviously, you know, doing hour-long readings on here for one person just isn't, it's not practical, it's not doable. I don't do health or pregnancy or legal questions, okay? So those are the 3 topics I cannot and do not read on, is health. And I do include pregnancy and health as well as death or legal questions. Any type of questions around death, I don't typically like. I have had a few people come to me asking about how somebody has died because it's been an unsolved case or whatever the case may be. Those ones are a little triggering for me to answer too, so I would prefer to stay away from anything that involves health in general, well-being, you know, physical health and death. If you would like, you can also get a free reading with me. So I am doing free readings for anyone who I am drawn to, okay? The way to get that or get a chance for a free reading is to comment your name in the comments, okay? So the people I'm pulled to, I kind of just get like my eyes drawn to random people. Sometimes names will pop out. Sometimes I'll just feel like a magnetic pull to them. There's various ways that comes through, but it's just, I'm just going to do the free readings for people I'm drawn to. So putting your name down, I just want to clear this up, does not guarantee a reading. If you guys want a guaranteed reading, go purchase one, okay? Happy full moon too, guys. I forgot it was a full moon tonight. If you receive a free reading and you want a longer reading, or you want a reading on something else, like you want more in depth than I pulled, or you want a reading on something else, please purchase a reading using the link. Use your manners, okay? Please and thank you. Being disrespectful or rude will get you blocked. I like it to keep this as drama-free of a live as I can. Okay, I like to keep this a safe space for people to talk openly and discuss things, because we do have conversations that come on in between the readings, believe it or not, and that's what I like. And I like the dialogue and, you know, connection with people. So keep it respectful. And also, if you get a reply to your comment, or you get an inbox, if you're on Facebook, an inbox message or a friend's request from a name similar to my page, it is not me. If you get a random comment from a random person or a random inbox message saying, message me for a reading, those are scams. Please block and delete them, report them if possible, because I don't want anybody getting scammed. So that's what we got going on. Oops, I forgot to pull that banner off. Smart me. I did have 2 cards that came out tonight while I was shuffling. So 2 oracle cards flew out. So this I'm taking as a collective message that people need to know. So I'm going to deliver it. We had the Nightingale Spirit saying love is all around. And then we have the Flaming Spirit, the flaming. For some reason I seen flaming instead of flamingo, but Flamingo Spirit. It says embrace the in-between. So I felt like the message that came through with that is, you know, feeling loved doesn't occur all the time, okay? We're not always going to feel loved. We're not always going to have the presence of love around us. Love is an emotion. It's a feeling, right? But embrace those times, okay? Everything is a cycle. Everything comes and everything goes, especially feelings. We're not happy all the time. We're not sad all the time. We're not angry all the time, right? Our feelings and our emotions are fluid. So it is important to really embrace those in-between times as well, the highs, the lows, and everything in between when it comes to our emotions. A lot of people don't like not feeling loved. I mean, nobody likes that, right? But understand that I feel like people think love is gone in a lot of ways, and it's not. It's just the way emotions got shown to me. When I was asking my guides to kind of explain how emotions work in a way that I could explain to others, was they showed me the moon, and literally the moon phases and how the moon goes from new when it's dark and you can't see it, right? Because there's no sun being reflected off of it, to it starts to show, and then we see it more and more and more and more and more, and then we can see it fully illuminated at the full moon when the sun's reflecting off of it. And then as the sun, you know, starts to weaken, its reflection starts to weaken off the moon, we go back to the new moon and it gets darker and darker and darker. That's our emotions too, right? We come into contact with people, places, and things that light up our emotions like the full moon, and bring them to the surface like the sun does the moon, right? But they're always there. Just because the moon can't be seen doesn't mean it's not there. Our emotions are always there too. Just because they can't be felt doesn't mean they're not there. It just means they're not being accentuated or highlighted or brought to our, they're not in our consciousness. The sun represents our consciousness, right? They're not in our awareness because we're not feeling them. But just because we don't feel sad doesn't mean that the feeling of sadness doesn't exist, right? Just means it's not in our awareness. If we don't feel loved, it doesn't mean that love doesn't exist. It's just not in our present awareness. Our situations, people around us, even ourselves, aren't bringing that up into consciousness. Okay. And there's always going to be cycles. There's always going to be times where emotions are up and down. And we should embrace that like we do the seasons, like we do everything else in life that has its ups and downs. Does that make sense? Okay. I am going to pull up my Etsy, so just give me a minute here. Okay, guys. So, there we go. Let me see. Where did my pendulum go? So, guys, if you want to see the cards, I did say I was going to show the cards. I forgot about that. So, the cards we have out tonight are Spirit Animal Oracle cards. These are by Colette Baron Reed. I love her cards, by the way. If you are looking for very like spiritual based cards that really, if you're a highly spiritual person, her cards are amazing. Amazing. Um, I also have a astrology deck out tonight called the Numinous Astro deck. So these are all cards that deal with astrology. Planets, houses, signs, and aspects. And then I have a regular tarot deck out, and this is the Pagan Tarot. So, those are the three decks I have out tonight. The three decks that we are going to use. So, if anybody has any questions as well, I know we had a few people on last time I was live a couple days ago. We got into a conversation about spiritual gifts. So if you guys have any like questions about how I read, any of my gifts, my abilities, or you have gifts and abilities of your own that you are not sure about, or not sure how to navigate or whatever, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. I like sharing. I think I overshare sometimes, but I try not to. Okay, Monica. Okay, guys, so when I just pulled the general cards, it's just whatever message comes through for you. I'm just going to throw that out there. So let me see. Monica, it's pretty quiet today. So we have the Initiate of Pentacles, and I think that is the Queen. I forgot to look up which one was which in this deck. Because this deck is very weird. The Elder is the King. I feel like that's the Page for some weird reason. Let me see if I have this written down somewhere. I think I have these in my notes of which one is which, so I can. Huh, Initiate is the Queen, I was right. Okay. So we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed coming up for you, Monica. So I feel like the message is to remember to take care of yourself, okay? You are really kind of falling out of this energy of taking care of you. In an attempt, usually this isn't an attempt to take care of other people, right? This is putting other people's needs and wants and desires before your own. And in essence, you forget about yourself. You are important as well. Remember that. You are valuable as well. Remember that. Don't let people take advantage of your giving nature, okay? Setting boundaries, setting limits, telling people no, taking time off to focus on you, telling people you can't do stuff because you need to focus on you is very, very important, okay? They want you to start taking care of you and stop putting off your own personal care in order to take care of others. You can't take care of others if you can't take care of yourself, right? The big thing a lot of women do is we're kind of built with these things of, let's take care of others. And oftentimes we put others' needs before our own, and they want you to start putting your own needs first. Start taking into consideration what you need as well, because it's important. You're welcome. Okay, guys, so if you want a reading, there is a link in the pinned comment for sorry, my ears are for specific questions and guaranteed readings. The prices vary. It is whatever you can afford. They are anywhere from $5 all the way up to $20. So there's 5, 10, 15, and 20, depending on what you can afford. Hello, Crystal. I am good. How are you? Crystal, the payment you sent me earlier, did you want me to do that now, or do you want me to do that later? If you're comfortable with me doing it live, I'll do it now. I just wasn't sure. So you want me to do them now? Nails are dirty. I probably should have them. Okay. Oh, I can do them now then. Okay. Hold on. Let me pull up your questions. Okay, so you wanted to know about. Okay, perfect. 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 Okay. So let me get. Throw these over here for a minute. We're gonna do Peter first, and then we'll do Monica, and we'll see what comes up, okay? So. Woo! As my cards are flying everywhere. Okay. So, it's Peter. So, Okay. See what comes up with these ones. Peter, what can you tell me about his motives? Okay. So, Crystal, when it comes to Peter, here's the cards I'm getting. We have the Devil card reversed. Hello, Jennifer. I am good. How are you? We have the Devil card reversed. We have the Initiate of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups, upright. We have the Emperor reversed. And then in behind that, we have the Elemental of Cups, which is the Page of Cups reversed. On the bottom of the deck, forgot to look at that, we have the Three of Wands reversed. We also have a sextile opportunity coming up, and the fourth house, which is roots. And then we have elephant animal spirit, learn from the past. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. Giraffe spirit, see the big picture. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. And then the ant spirit is coming up, time to collaborate. Hello, Myshell. So Crystal, I feel like in terms of Peter, I don't think he's a bad guy. I can see how, with that Devil card coming up reversed, I do feel like he's had his battles in the past with things. But do I think he has any negative intentions? Not really. I do feel like I always tell people like follow your intuition because they could have a good heart and you still may not be comfortable with them. And if they don't make you comfortable for one reason or another, doesn't mean that they're not a good person. It just means maybe your energies don't mesh together or that you shouldn't be working together. So I'm going to say that. From what the cards are telling me, though, I don't think, like, in terms of his intentions, there's anything bad going on. I do feel like he really sincerely, with the Queen of Cups coming up upright as the active energy, he just wants to help. He's just trying to be helpful. I feel like this is like a heartfelt offering, right? He's like, I'm able to do this, so let me help. And I don't feel like he has any expectations of anything in return from that either. Okay, so with the Emperor coming up and the Page of Cups coming up reverse, I feel like there isn't any expectations of anything. He's just doing it out of the goodness of his heart. It does seem like he sees this as an opportunity to kind of help give you a place to set roots, an opportunity to help you put down roots and to help you find some stability. I don't know if you've known this person very long, but I do feel like they have genuine things. But like I said, I'll say it again at the end. Just let me go through these things. So we have the elephant spirit, and it says, learn from the past, clear out the clutter. Okay, so I do think that you're a little bit sketchy maybe with these people or hesitant about these people, this person, because there's either a past history with them or I'm getting don't hold their past against them. So there could be something, and I keep hearing through the grapevine. So I don't know if you've heard stuff about this person that makes you question whether they're good or not. But don't hold their past against them. Like I said, with the Devil card coming up reversed, they may have had a sketchy past. But the Devil card reversed means that they've set themselves free from this, right? These addictions or these toxic habits or the toxic things, they've cut themselves free from it. They've moved, well, maybe not moved on, but they've definitely freed themselves from the energy, okay? So, like I said, just be cautious. Clear out the clutter, meaning, let's see. Yeah. Clearing out the clutter, what I'm getting is like all those doubts in your mind, right? And you have to kind of sort through these doubts of whether these are you or in your past experiences and things from the past influencing your present judgments of people, or whether this is legitimately founded judgments. Okay. So in this case, they want you to see the bigger picture. I feel like they're saying this is a good person to collaborate with because we have see the big picture, take a leap of faith, and time to collaborate. Okay. So I do think that this person would be a good person to collaborate with if you are comfortable doing it. Okay. It may require, like I said, a leap of faith in your behalf. But like I said, always, regardless of what the cards say, we always have free will, right? So if something doesn't resonate with you or, it doesn't feel right to you, I would never say do it because the cards say do it and you're not, there's still something about this person that rubs you wrong, right? Because like I said, I've had that too, where I meet like amazing people and they are amazing people, but my energy and their energy just don't mesh, right? For some weird reason, it doesn't make them a bad person though, or have bad intentions towards me. We just don't mix. You feel like you should. Yeah. Okay. Well, the cards are saying go for it. If you feel comfortable doing it, do it. Um, with him. Now let's look into the other person and let's see what her she's all about. Um, so let's see what this other person's all about. What are her intentions? Hello, everyone. If anyone's looking for a reading, there is a link in the pinned comments below. It will take you over to my Etsy page, or a section in my Etsy page that's all live readings. Choose the reading you want, and bada boom, bada bang, you're good to go. They are anywhere from $5 to $20, depending on what you want. Okay. What else we got for Monica? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sorry, Crystal, I forgot to pull your name up here. I don't know why. Okay. That's a lot of cards. Give me summarize this up. Give me, what do I need to know about her energy? What does Crystal need to know about her energy? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That says it all. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else Crystal needs to know this? Oh, this person. Okay, so Crystal, what I'm getting with the other one, so we have the Initiate of Cups coming up, which is the Queen of Cups again for this person as well. We also have the Eight of Cups coming up with the Nine of Wands and behind that, and the Death card reversed and behind that. Then we have the Elder of Swords, which is the King of Swords. We also have Leo. I don't know if she is a Leo, but that's showing itself. We also have Truth Transcends Illusion. The dragonfly is coming up. And then Life is Speeding Up, which is reversed. So, first of all, I feel like with her, these two oracle cards are really jumping out at me as a caution. Be cautious with her. I'm not so sure she has, I don't feel like she's got like intentionally bad things, but I do feel like you kind of need to slow down with her before, don't jump into anything with her, okay? So make sure that you are seeing the actual situation and not what she wants you to see or what you want to see, right? It says truth transcends illusion, and then life is speeding up, but is reversed, which tells me you need to slow down, right? Slow down to see the truth behind the illusion of things, because you may have an illusion or she may be putting off an illusion, whatever the case may be, but you're only going to see the truth of it if you slow down enough to see it. So, pull back, pace yourself, take a look at things. Do I see anything saying, she is a horrible person or really bad intentions? No. Do I see her as somebody who's going to stick around if you're looking for friends? No. Do I see her as a straight shooter in terms of what she says and how she says it? Yes. Okay. So the Queen of Cups is, kind-hearted, but with the King of Swords, she tells things how it is, okay? Tells things how it is. She's very blunt, very honest, very to the point. But here's the thing, and this is where the illusion comes in, is truth is subjective, right? Her truth is not your truth, and your truth is not her truth, if that makes sense, right? So really, truth is an illusion because it changes from person to person to person, right? So while she may say, like, look, this is the truth, well, that may be the truth to her, it may not be the truth to you. And that's where the illusions can come in. So that's where you need to kind of take a step back and say, well, is what she's saying true to me, right? Is what she's saying resonating with me, or is there something that just doesn't fit? Like I said, she's a straight shooter, but I do see the Eight of Cups, so she is somebody I feel like who kind of just transits through people's lives. Okay, she comes and she goes, and she and just be careful because her words can sting. The Nine of Wands is coming up too, so her words and the way she talks to people can sting. They can sting. She's, like I said, she doesn't sugarcoat things. She probably never will sugarcoat things. Okay. But she's not meant to. The Death card comes up reversed, and the reason why she says things so straight out is because there are things that need to be changed. Okay? I feel like she's kind of got a similar path to me, in terms of bringing out people's shadows and bringing out the things that need to change in people. People hate me for that as well because I see through everything. Well, not everything, but I see through a lot. right? And when I get in contact with people, what I say brings out things that sometimes they don't want to hear, right? And I try and word it diplomatically, but I feel like she doesn't have that ability where it just kind of shoots out, and sometimes it hurts people, and that's something like I've had to work on. But she is very Leo energy. She's very creative, she's very passionate, she's very playful and warm, but again, she's honest. She's not going to lie to you. So can she be trusted? I think that depends. I don't think she's a bad person either, but I think that, you and her might have a clash of personalities. That way is what I'm getting. So I feel like just be a little more cautious around her. Does that make sense? Just think about things she says and things she does, and, make sure that you're not jumping into the fire. But I do see in terms of like helping you, she'd be somebody that comes in, does what she needs to do, and kind of leaves. Perfect. Did that help at all, Crystal? I hope it did. Yeah. I think Peter's probably more helpful in terms of what you want to accomplish. You got to look at those readings in terms of what you want to accomplish too. Like, are these people just hired help, or are these people you want to be friends with, or are these people, you know what I mean? Like, if they're hired help, I don't know if I would want to bring somebody on who I know I'm probably going to butt heads with. I feel like, I can like you, and but here's what I can do with you, and here's what I can't, right? Because I know we're gonna like clash. So yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Perfect, perfect. When I did the if you would be moving reading for you, Crystal, it didn't really give a time span. There were pentacles that popped up and jumped out to me, so I would probably say it's gonna be a little more on the longer side than the shorter side of things. It's probably gonna be a bit. You're welcome. And as for, I know you asked too about living alone or living together with somebody. I did get that that's a personal decision. There's really no right or wrong choice there. It's whatever fits you better. You too. Thank you for joining. Okay, so Anjum, I know I'm mispronouncing your name. I apologize, but I got your payment too, so we're gonna do you. And you wanted a general reading. Anything spirit wants to bring, anything spirit wants to bring through. Okay. That one flipped. Where'd it go? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna say this, don't shoot the messenger. Because I don't know how this message is gonna be received, but please don't shoot the messenger. Let's see, what else can you add on to this? What message does Spirit have? It's taking a while for you to figure things out, it seems, because I'm like shuffling this forever. It's like the answers are there, but it just keeps going around and around and around. As I say, things keep going. That's funny. Okay. So what I'm getting, they want you to, so the message I've got here, we have the Six of Swords reversed. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. We have the Mercury, which is the communication card, reversed. We have the Eighth House, which is the intimacy card. And we have the Moon, which is feelings, reversed. And then we have Gemini, which is the butterfly, coming up upright, along with the Otter Spirit, you're never alone, reversed. Okay? So what I'm getting is Spirit wants you to know. First of all, with that Six of Swords coming up, you're kind of stuck in a difficult situation right now, or you think you are stuck. So here's the thing about the Six of Swords, is the Six of Swords is we get stuck in situations because we create them through our thoughts. It's mental. It's the mental body. It's a projection of the mental body. So whenever I pick up a sword, right, it comes from in here. So it's this perception of being stuck in very rough waters and wanting to move on, but not necessarily being able to. Right? They're saying you're not as stuck as you think you are, though, okay? There's definitely a happiness here that's trying to be attained, but it can't. It can't. You're like, I just want to be happy. I want to move on from this because I want my sanity. I want to be happy. I want my peace of mind back. That's the other thing Six of Swords has to do with is peace of mind. I want my peace of mind back. I want my happiness back, right? But you have to make that choice. Okay? Nothing's going to change unless you make a decision to change it. And that's what I'm getting with the Two of Wands. And that's what they're telling me. Okay? So your situation that you're in right now, you really need to take and look at what you are doing and how that is contributing to the situation you are in order to move out of it. Okay? Because if you don't take the actions, nothing's going to change. If you don't make a decision, which is what the Two of Wands is about, it's about choices. If you don't choose to go another way and move towards this happiness, then you stay stuck. You see how the Two of Wands is facing this instead of this, which is on the other side. Not that you want this reversed either, but that's more like inner happiness as well, or can be inner happiness. But I feel like, you know, energy goes, I keep hearing energy goes where attention flows, right? The more you pay attention to something, the more energy goes into it. But these are also actions as well, right? It's like saying I need a job, but not going out and taking any action to go get a job and just expecting a job to land in your lap. It's not going to happen, or very slim. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, but it's very slim chances, right? If you want to change a situation, you have to take the actions to change it. If you want to be happy, if you want to get out of this rut you are in, you have to take a solid look at why you're still stuck there and what actions you need to start taking consciously in order to move out of that. Otherwise, you will stay stuck in that energy. And the Oracle cards are kind of confirming that as well, okay? They want you to be aware of how much your mind creates things. The imagination, the mind is a very powerful thing. Our emotions are a very powerful thing. And when we're thinking and we're feeling very similar ways, it creates a lot, okay? They're like, you're thinking right now that you're never going to get out of this with this Mercury energy here coming up with the Six of Swords. Like the focus on not being able to move out of it and thinking about it. And when I got the eighth house, I wasn't pulled to the intimacy. I was pulled to the numerology. And they kept showing me the fluctuations, right? The ups and the downs and the all arounds. But it's like you're focusing on the not the wrong thing. But again, if you want energy flows, right? So if you want to change something, you have to take the action or get the energy moving in order to change that. Right? The seasons, how am I going to murder that? But yes, I do see this cycle of like just being, the other thing that comes through with the 8 is obsession. Okay, the whole going around and around and around and around. 8, I don't know, it connects to Scorpio as well at the 8th house, and Scorpios can be highly obsessive. So we can be obsessive when you have Mercury in the 8th house. Especially Mercury retrograde, which is, I feel like, kind of what that card is depicting. It can be very, 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 very obsessive and unable to get out of your thoughts. Stop trying to obsess over this, okay? Don't get stuck in your thoughts and your feelings. Start taking action, because that's what's going to push you out of this. The Gemini too is coming up, and I feel like that's seeing the other side of the picture, right? That may be needing to switch your perspective in order to start moving out, right? Switching, instead of looking at everything you're kind of stuck in, to how you are looking at the progressions you're making instead of where you're stuck. Because I feel like sometimes it's easy to get looking at ourselves and be like, I'm stuck with this and I'm stuck with that, and I wish I could just move on from this, and I wish I could just move on with that. And then we just kind of manifest more of that stuck energy, right? Because that's where all our energy is going. So the universe is like, oh, well, you're, emanating stuck. That's what we'll give you more of. So if you can switch your focus to the other aspect of that, what's the opposite of stuck? It's movement, right? Moving forward, progression. if you can switch your perspective and every day sit down and focus on things that have pushed you forward, what you have accomplished, what you have succeeded. You know, it doesn't have to be huge things, okay? But it can be little tiny things. You know, I accomplished I made it through going to school today. I made it through work today. I made it through, I was successful at this. I moved forward from this. Or looking at your life and looking back and saying, well, yesterday, I had a bad day and I was kind of stuck in the negative thinking. And then today, when I had that happen, I tried to switch my thinking. And that's progress forward, right? And being proud of that progress. That's the other thing, because once you start seeing that progress and it starts coming up into your awareness, I feel like you'll become more proud of that and you'll become more happy instead of dissatisfied with things, which will help you to move forward, because that energy, then you're radiating that energy of movement forward, right? They also want you to know that you're never alone. So if I feel like you are feeling like you're really, really alone right now and dealing with this, but you're not. There's a lot of people stuck right now or feeling stuck. We have a lot of retrograde planets right now going on, which means all the planets are moving backwards, which makes people go inside. And it does stick the energy to a degree, right? Because we're kind of forced to go over it. And then that stuck feeling comes up because it's like, oh my God, we're going through this again, right? When in essence, it's not necessarily stuck. But they want you to know that you're not alone in dealing with this either. There are lots of people out there. So when you feel alone, just remind yourself that you're not. It might help to talk to somebody about what you're feeling as well and get those emotions and those thoughts out there. You might be surprised who you come across that feels the same way as you do. I don't know if you're still on, but if you are, let me know if that makes sense. Perfect. Okay. I was like, I'm not sure how well this is going to be received, considering I'm saying essentially that, keeping yourself stuck. Typically, when I come up and I say, you're the ones keeping yourself stuck, sometimes people don't take too long. They are very receptive to that sometimes. So thank you. I'm glad that that made sense. And thank you for being so receptive to it and not like, no. Hello, Robin. Jennifer, I just seen your comments. Um, I decided to use my gifts to help others like you, although I have seen so many fakes. I would love your input. You're very welcome. Thank you for the donation and letting me read for you. I appreciate it. It's so quiet tonight. Jennifer, you brought up you want to help others like I do. Well, I'm glad that you decided that you want to help others because it's really important. I think we need to all kind of team up. Um, as far as my input to that, my dear, helping others. Don't let the fear of there are a lot of fakes out there, and that's something all of us face. All of us, okay? It's not just you. So don't let that stop you though, because I feel like the right people will find you. The people who you are meant to connect with and you're meant to read for and you're meant to um, connect with and help will find you. The only way to show people that you're not fake is to just be you. And, people will know you're authentic by the way you present yourself. And they'll see your skills the more you show your skills, right? And then let people make that judgment for themselves. If they think you're fake, I've had lots of people come onto my lives, my dear, and, you know, I've had to block quite a few people for that, saying, well, she's not the legit, she's just a fake, she's just trying to scam, blah, 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 blah. And it's their opinion. And I would never, I don't shame people for their opinion. I personally don't understand why they would want to come on to a live if they don't believe in it to begin with. To me, that seems like a little bit of a waste of energy. But don't let it get to you. Okay? Don't let it get to you. There's always going to be naysayers out there. There's always going to be people who don't believe in things. There's always going to be, but don't let it stop you. That's I'm getting to tell you that's how so many misconceptions started, is people's fear of being out there with things people don't understand. Right? All of these things that were done in the dark or hidden, at times there was a purpose for them being hidden. But um, now we're in such an open time that most people can be open about what they do. I mean, I'm still looking for work, and I had that discussion with my husband too. Like, is me owning this business and doing tarot readings going to affect me getting a job? And I came to the conclusion that, you know what, if it does, if an employer searches my business and comes across this and they don't want to hire me because of what I do on here, so be it. It may not be the company for me, or, is that really somebody I want to invest my energy in? I want to work for somebody who is going to accept me for who I am and, you know, who's going to be okay with, me doing what I do. Because essentially at the end of the day, you're there to do a job, right? It's not like I'm gonna bring tarot cards to my work, or if I do, be done on my break or something, not while I'm working, right? Ever. Um, but again, you got to look at it that way. That's the way I look at it, and that's kind of helped. They shouldn't care, Myshell. You're right. They shouldn't care, but you would be amazed what what jobs do care. Um, But I look at it as, if they're not going to hire me, then that's the universe's way of telling me that's just not the right job for me. So I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. I think back a couple years ago, it probably would have bothered me, but now, no. But there are tons of fake readers out there too, and I just don't want people to not try reading because they're worried about fakes. I mean, fakes are everywhere. People are going to know your authenticity. after they get to know you. Candle's gonna go out. That's awesome. That's kind of what I'm looking for too. But I think there can be a lot of prejudice, especially I know here some of the um businesses here are run by the churches and stuff, and that's like a big thing. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes. Nice. I don't worry about it. I am working on enjoying the experience of being here while I can. I stopped worrying about the little things. It's like I will do what I can, and again, if people don't like me for me, then friends, family, employers, whatever, then that's just not my people, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. Everything happens for reasons and purposes, and hello, 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 everyone. Oh my God. I don't know why I'm saying that. Anyone's looking for a reading tonight, there is a link in the pinned comment below. It takes you to a section. So what I did was I created a whole section in my Etsy shop because I'm smart. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but my guides were like, why don't you just create a whole section for different readings that you can do live so people can pick? And I'm like, that's a really smart idea. Why didn't I think of that? So that's what I did. So there will also be other readings. Right now, there's just the tarot readings in there, and I think there's an option for pendulum readings too. There's a 2-question pendulum reading as well in there, but I'm also going to put in there some of my other listings as well when I get them live, cinched down for lives, because right now they're as private readings and they're rather long to be doing live. Um, so some of the ones I want to add, I've got shadow work readings, animal guide readings, I've got an empath reading, twin flame readings, dream interpretation reading, maybe past life, I'm not sure. There's a chakra reading and an inner child reading. So I just got to I got to work with my team and figure out what they want me to put in those readings to keep them live appropriate. So those will be added, I swear. I'm just slow at doing things. Getting out of your lazy phase. Pull in some fire energy. Fire motivates. Fire motivates. That's what I do when I'm in lazy phases. So, but we'll pull some cards. Pull some cards, pull some cards, and see what comes up. Whew. 4. Myshell, you're gonna laugh at this, but the first card that comes flying out is the 4 of Swords reversed. You're like, how do I get out of this lazy phase? And, like, literally, the rest card comes flying out upside down. Okay. I feel like my guides are being smartasses today. How can she get out of her lazy phase? That's exactly. You got to get up out of bed. They're like, just get up out of bed. Let's see what else comes up. I thought that was funny. Hey. Okay. See what else comes up here. Why did I just want to put my cards over my top of my candle? That's not a good thing. Okay. Okay, so there's definitely something snuffing out your flame. Because I literally, when I had the cards in my hand, wanted to put them over top of the candle flame to put out the candle. Now, I know that probably is not what would have happened and my cards would have went poof, but that was the image they were giving me, like they were snuffing the flame out. So, I think it's about reigniting your passions. But I'm going to grab some more cards, see what the animal spirit cards have to say. There we go. Okay, so it keeps saying fire everywhere, as I said, you know, pulling fire. So, Myshell, what we've got, my dear? So we have the 4 of Swords coming up reversed. We have the Magician card coming up. We have the Judgment card coming up. We have the 9th house, which is seeking. Mars, which is action. The 5th house, which is passion. And there was the sun in there somewhere, and the sun is hiding. Oh no, the sun is over here. Okay, never mind, it's not hiding. Then we have Libra reversed with the sun reversed and behind that. And then we have the bat or spirit. Bat spirit, which is a rebirth is assured, but that is reversed. And what I seen with that was a big poof of flame, almost like a phoenix. And we also have the 4 of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck. So one, you got to get out of the monotony of the everyday things, shake things up a little bit. I do think it's about finding something you are passionate about, and reconnecting with your passion. Okay? A lot of times we lose our spark, and I'm getting this, that you're losing your spark and your drive because you aren't following your passions. You aren't doing what you're passionate about, it seems. There's no motivation there, right? Passion is drive. They come from the same planet, they come from the same energy. So usually when we're passionate about something, we have a drive to do it because that's what fuels our motivation, right? Here it's like you just don't have, it's like the passion needs to be reignited somehow. Okay. And that's what I'm getting. And it's funny that the Judgment card comes up and the back card comes up reversed, which both have to do with rebirth. And I think rebirth isn't in terms of you in general going through a rebirth. It's rebirthing your flame, rebirthing your passions, rebirthing your desires, right? Bringing something back to life is a rebirth, right? So there could be a passion that you've stopped doing, or something that you've just kind of walked away from, or that you could go back to. Or this could be finding something new that just lights up your soul, right? That you really enjoy doing and following that, because that's going to give you a reason to get out of bed every day. If you're having struggles finding that, I feel like that's where the exploring comes in of this 9th house, where it says seeking. It's like doing different things, right? Being spontaneous, getting out of the monotony. This was reversed, but this monotony of the day-to-day things, and exploring something different, doing something different, right? Trying something different that maybe you've never tried before and you're not sure if you're going to like it or not, right? It could turn into a major passion and a major drive for you, and you maybe didn't even know about it until you try it. So getting out and exploring things and trying to find a passion that drives you. That's what these 3 cards are talking about. Seeking action and passion. Okay. The 9th house is all about learning. It's higher learning. It's Sagittarius. So it's essentially expanding our horizons, right? In Gemini, we learn the basics, right? We learn the Gemini energy is learning the basics. And then when you get into Sagittarius, it's expanding upon the basics and expanding outwards and learning other things outside of what you've already learned. New things. Mars is the planet of action, right? And then the 5th house is the house of passions, your passions and desires. So yeah, it's about finding what lights you up again. Taking action to go find that, right? Things are definitely out of balance right now. The Libra card coming up and the Sun card coming up. I feel like Because it's so out of balance, that's kind of what your body isn't moving as well. They keep pointing out energy moving and flowing through your body. When your body's in a stasis, like it is when it's sleeping, and they've yelled at me for this numerous times too, the energy in your body doesn't move either. And then your energy stagnates and you end up physically tired as well, but you end up energetically with a bunch of problems as well. So when you get up and you get moving, which is what Mars connects with, that movement of energy, right? Doing something you love, getting your body moving, it gets that energy flowing. But some people don't like exercise. Some people, getting up is like, ugh. Exercising is like, ugh. They have no drive to do it, right? So find something else that you have a passion about. And I'm also getting every day just to look at the little things every day that light you up. If you're not sure, like I said, what your passions are, looking at the day-to-day things that you do, right, that make you happy, that light you up, might give you an idea of what to pursue. And I feel like going to sleep with this in mind as well will help you wake up feeling more energized. You can also manifest with the magician with the magician coming up, you can also manifest more energy too while you're sleeping, right? Before you go to sleep, set the intention of waking up feeling energized and motivated and passionate and ready to go, right? The magician is the creator. Create it, manifest it before you go to sleep. You stop doing everything. Yeah. And that's what's causing the tired. That's what's causing the tired. And like I said, pull in that fire. The cards are just reiterating that. Pull in that fire because the fire is your energy, quite literally. The sun is your energy, like and then Mars is also your energy in terms of, so the sun is your physical energy in terms of your renewable energy, right? What fills you up, what lights you up, gives you energy. Mars is like what drives you and pushes you forward. Both of those have to do with energies, but it's in different ways, right? But both of those are also fire planets. So fire, 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 fire. Light a red candle, wearing red of any sort, wearing crystals. Hold on. This is a fire quartz. This is really good for bringing in energy. I'm trying to think of any red crystals, really. Carnelian, sunstone's another good one for bringing in energy. That kind of thing. You can pull in fire lots of ways. You can go out in the sun, pull in the sun's energy. You can charge water. You can wear colors associated with fire, oranges, reds, yellows. You can light a candle. You can carry stones around, like I said. Yeah. Stick a carnelian under your pillow. That will help you wake up with more energy as well. Yeah. Especially when you sleep because you'll absorb all that energy. Citron's another really good one that I've used for energy. You got a good tan. Oh, that must be nice. I want a tan. Sun's also really good for production of vitamin D, which also helps you boost your own energy, physically speaking. And if you're not a solar person, go out under the moon. The moon reflects the sun's light as well. And the stars are huge gas balls, fireballs. There's a lot of energy, fire energy all around us. You're still tired because I feel like well, the sun's nice, it's not your passions, right? Like I said, they kept emphasizing passions and desires you have to have some sort of motivation to want to get out of bed, right? Like if there is nothing, like for me, if I know I've got tarot readings to do or things like that, I'm up out of bed like that. Things I don't want to do, I just roll back over and I go to sleep because I have no motivation, drive, or desire to get out of bed and do it. It's that Mars energy that makes us want to get up and go. And that's passion. Another thing you could do is draw out the symbol of Mars. Let me see. Hold on. I don't know if Mars, which is the male symbol, by the way. It's a circle with the arrow coming off of it, and meditate with that. Well, that could be that could be part of what's affecting your ability to tap into your passions. Because Mars is also the warrior planet, which implies, fighting against things, battling against things. So if fears are holding you back, it may just be a matter of working through your fears. But I was really picking up on passion and desires. Yep. Mars is the warrior planet. Mars was he was the Roman protector deity. We're not going to get into Greek. We're not going to get into Aries because he gets bad rep. We're going to keep it Greek. Or, sorry, Roman. We're going to keep it Roman instead of. I don't know. I found a lot of the Greek deities, like they're pretty much the same as the Romans, but not quite. But they get a lot of bad reps. Like if there's a Venus, it's a Roman, and then Aphrodite is the Greek version of Venus, and she gets a bad rep too. But Venus is okay. People love Venus. When they work with Aphrodite, they think like concubine energy. to put it politely. Um, it's true. It's so true. Although I don't know, like if you read the mythologies around Venus and Mars, like Venus was consorted to another god and still allowed people to pursue her and kind of kept this cat and mouse game going on with a lot of the gods. Only Mars was just the persistent one who did not give up and chased her around the sky all the time, which is why um, when you look up in the sky, usually Mars follows Venus. or vice versa. But usually it's Mars following Venus. And that's where they got that from. They chase each other through the sky. It's this never-ending cat and mouse game. Which I kind of felt was really romantic, but at the same time, it's a little they passions are what motivate us. They are, but all the mythologies come from what people see in the sky, and it was the mythologies were the ancients' way of explaining different things that occur on Earth, right? I don't know. I'm not sure the mythologies came first and then they were looking at the stars, or they looked at the stars and kind of built the mythology off of how the stars moved through the sky, but it's interesting nonetheless. Just like Jupiter is the king of is the head deity of the Roman pantheon because Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. So Zeus, Jupiter, any of the head deities are all connected. Same energy. Okay, Myshell. Sounds good. No. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sounds good, Michelle. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ugh. How's everyone liking this full moon? It's a super moon, which is always fun. I haven't gotten it yet, Myshell. Um, Hold on. Let's see. No, it hasn't come through. I just checked and it's still not in, so. There we go. I just got it. It's in. We're good. Awesome. Yep, it's through. I got it. Okay. So, you want to know. Okay, let's see what I can pull up. Pull some of these cards and see what comes up. What else do we have to add to this? Anything else to add to this? Okay. Let me see what else this is. Take time out. Okay. So, Myshell, what we got going on for you? In terms of your connection with spirit, we have the Six of Wands coming up reversed. A lack of confidence or a lack of a trust is what I feel to let spirit guide you. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands coming up. We have the Elder of Cups coming up, which is the King of Cups. Yes, the King, right? Yes. And then the Fool card reversed. Then we have the Ten of Wands. Then I asked what you could do to better connect to Spirit, and what I got was the Nine of Pentacles into the Hermit. And actually the Nine of Pentacles came through as the Eight of Pentacles, which was really weird. I'm seeing it as a 9 now, but when I first saw it, I saw it as an 8. Interesting. Okay, we also have the third house, which is perception coming up. Moon, which is feelings reversed. Saturn, which is wisdom reversed. The sixth house, which is the crafting. And then the trine is reversed as well, which is the flow card. And then we have Spirit has your back, Eagle Spirit reversed. Brown Bear Spirit, take time out reversed. And then Koala Spirit, Spirit has a plan reversed. So I'm seeing that your biggest block here is not trusting spirits. Okay. And I did see a your third eye chakra, or no, third eye? No, crown chakra, sorry, not third eye. Crown chakra and your heart chakra are the two chakras you need to be working with clearing out. Because preferably the heart chakra mainly, because with the distrust or the block of, it's like you just kind of blocked your heart off a little bit. And if you reopen that, that's affecting the crown chakra, which is the Fool card energy. Like when I pulled to the Fool card, I seen the crown chakra. It was wide open, which is really weird, but it wasn't going down into the heart because the heart's blocked, right? And the Fool card is taking that leap of faith, being able to trust that Spirit's got you when you jump off that cliff, right? And the fact that that's reversed, and even the Eagle Spirit card, Spirit has your back, you know, is telling me that there's a lack of trust there. And that's what's causing the disconnect from Spirit right now. So you have to open your heart up. You have to clear out that energy. The Ten of Wands is telling me that otherwise this energy is just going to keep building up and building up. And that is also going to lead to lethargy and feeling overwhelmed because the Ten of Wands comes up. Okay. When the energy doesn't circulate the way it's supposed to, it just builds up and it builds up and it builds up, and then it they're saying coagulates, which is a really weird term to be using for energy, but it's funny because when blood coagulates, it clots, right? So it's like the energy clots as well. So it doesn't move, right? If you work on your heart chakra and opening that up, I feel like the issues with the crown chakra, the energy will flow better and you'll feel more connected. It's not that you aren't connected, it's that your heart chakra is cut off so you don't feel it, because the heart is where all the feelings sit, right? Or our emotions, what we feel. How you're going to fix this? Meditation. So we got the Hermit card and the Nine of Pentacles. Meditation is going to be a big tool. Big tool for this. Taking time to yourself. I also see maybe journaling, because in this Hermit card, she's journaling. And I know you're a Gemini, and Geminis are all about communication or expressing information, right? So writing might be something that helps you. Journaling might be something that helps you to kind of sort through your thoughts and your feelings about all of this. And journaling can be used as a form of meditation. Believe it or not, it can. So, yeah, the oracle cards are pretty much reiterating what or just validating what I got from the tarot cards. So the third house is perception, it's communication, it's the Gemini house, right? You're perceiving that it's blocked, even though I said like your crown chakra is wide open. I could see it. It's wide open, but but you're just not feeling the energy because it's not going into your heart chakra the way it should be, right? Which causes blockages because your heart chakra's got so much energy in it already. If you clear it out, and then that energy will filter back down and you might feel it a little bit better. But again, moon reversed, like I just said, your feelings are you're not feeling it, right? Your feelings are a little restricted. Saturn comes in, which is the planet of wisdom, but it's also the planet of restriction, challenges. Saturn's the tester. So you may feel like restricted from, like I said, feeling restricted from spirit when you're really, in essence, you're not. Again, it's just that, feeding into that feeling. And that's affecting things. Okay, we've got the sixth house, which is your everyday life. And then the trine, which is the flow, right? Again, just showing me, and sixth house is not just your everyday life, but it's also your physical health and your physical body. Well, not your physical body, but it has to do with your health and your well-being. So when that flow of energy is blocked, right, it can also influence. I also feel like this disconnection from spirit is also what's playing into your lack of motivation, because your connection to spirit is your passion. You love doing that. And when you feel disconnected from that, that goes. Right. And again, that leads into lethargy, not having energy, not wanting to do things, not, and that flow being disrupted, that flow of energy being disrupted. We also have the eagle spirit coming up, which is spirit has your back. Like I said, take time out, brown bear, and spirit has a plan. Again, spirit has your back, spirit has a plan, tells me, you need to trust spirit, which you're not doing because both of these are reversed. And then taking time out, again, making sure that you're meditating or taking time to connect to spirit, whether it be through automatic writing, meditative writing of some sort, journaling, that kind of thing, or however you get into a meditative state. I personally kind of tend to throw on music and meditate listening to music. There's lots of different ways to do it, but getting into that space and working on clearing out all of those blockages in your heart chakra and opening up. You have to make sure that you're taking time out for yourself as well. But yes, I feel like your spiritual stuff is tied into the whole lack of motivation that I just did the reading on as well. They're linked. So meditation is what's going to help with that of some sort. They keep telling me to pour your heart out. So I'm thinking like writing and just writing out whatever's in your like whatever energy you're feeling within your heart chakra and just write it out. Because that expresses it, that gets that energy moving and flowing. I would have to look at your chart. Do you know where your Saturn is in your chart, like the degree and the sign? Yeah. Because the thing with Geminis is their minds go a million miles a minute, much like Virgos, because you guys are ruled by Mercury, right? Virgos have the same thing. And sometimes meditating is hard for you guys because your mind just keeps going and shutting it off, right? Whereas because if you think it's in Pisces, I don't think Saturn is in Pisces at the moment. So it wouldn't be your Saturn return. Hold on. Saturn is in, where is Saturn right now? Saturn at the moment, where are you, Saturn? Pardon me. Saturn's in Aquarius right now at 27 degrees. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. 22 degrees in Aquarius, and it is going retrograde. So it might not be that you have a Saturn return, but Saturn retrogrades can also force us to look at things that are blocking us and restricting us, things that we may not have broken or thought we have broken free from, but we haven't broken free from, and revisiting that and re-going over that in order to completely break free from it. Does that make sense? Especially in Aquarius, because Aquarius is a sign of freedom and breaking patterns and traditions and that kind of thing. So it wouldn't be your Saturn return, but it definitely, the Saturn retrograde could definitely be what's affecting you. Also, we also right now have the moon is right now over Saturn or pretty close to it. It's conjuncting it. There's like a 1 degree from it. So that can also result in the collective in general feeling stuck because the moon is our feelings and Saturn is restriction. So we can feel stuck and restricted, which can be really frustrating in Aquarius because, you know, people kind of want to break free from that feeling. Um, and also the sun. No, that's not the sun. The North Node is over Uranus right now too. They are conjunct as well. So the collective's path, our spiritual paths are being realigned and shifted. But I feel like this is more on a collective level than it is a personal level because Uranus is more of a collective planet. But that's not uncommon either to feel like, you know, things are being shaken up in terms of which way we're supposed to be going. Yeah, I would try the journaling because the thing I've learned with Gemini energy is it's the outward expression of Mercury. So literally Mercury has to express, whereas Virgos is the internal expression of Mercury, so they kind of pull information in and they process it internally. You guys are the opposite. You process your information externally, which is why communication is such a big thing with Geminis, right? Because that's how you guys kind of express yourselves. And I'm also going to say with your sun in Gemini, that's another thing. The lack of communication or socialization with people can also drain your energy. Does that help at all? Yeah, it's like the twin flame kind of energy that I was talking about, that I couldn't figure out like twin flames and what that meant. And they were telling me that that's exactly what twin flames is the two dualities of one energy. And when they come together, they form one energy. Well, each of the planets in astrology rules two signs, except for the sun and the moon. But the sun and the moon are the dualities of our individualism and our individual personalities. So the sun is the duality of the moon, and the moon is the duality of the sun. Um, and then we have Mars rules Aries and Scorpio, traditionally speaking. Now, this, if you follow modern astrology, this doesn't really play out because Pluto's the ruler of Scorpio in modern astrology. This is kind of why I like traditional astrology better, because I feel like it fits better. Um, Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. The sun rules Leo. The moon rules Cancer. And then we're back up to then we're back up to Venus again, and so forth. So each of the planets rule two different signs. One sign is a masculine expression, one sign is a feminine expression. And then when those two planets come together, those two signs come together, you get the whole expression of the planet. Well, sometimes we need to be by ourselves too. The hermit thing definitely tells me that, being by yourself, but remember, it's a balance. Um, it's a balance. Yeah, my guides brought that to my attention when I was meditating on twin flame energy, and they were explaining it all to me, and then they explained that to me as well, and it's like, that makes so much sense. Because I was like, I don't get it. Like when I match up with an Aries, like when I've been with a few Aries, and when me and Aries come together, because I'm a Scorpio, I was like, why is it so intense and so like passionate, driven, and so. And then they showed me the yin yang, and I'm like, well, what's that mean? And then they're like, Mars and Mars. Scorpio's the feminine expression of Mars. We use the energy and the passion and the drive of Mars very internally, and Aries expresses the passion and the ambition and the drive of Mars. So when the two come together, you have the whole expression of Mars, the masculine and the feminine come together. Um, which is really intense energy. Crazy energy when you come together with, like, if you were to probably come together with a Virgo sun, you would understand, like, it can get crazy energy. It's like finding, it's not like finding the other half of you, but you learn more about your own self-expression. For sure. Oh, that's insane. What? You guys clash? Maybe because you're two females, though. I don't know. Well, you got to think it's at opposites too, right? In terms of finding the balance. Sometimes balance isn't always easy. I mean, Aries, they drive, sometimes they drive me nuts too. My sister's an Aries, so I find we balance each other out more now since I understand her a little bit better. But when we were younger, no, we clashed too. But now that I can understand, like she's, it's just because it's the opposite expression of my own self-expression, right? Um, in some ways, not always. I don't know. Astrology is extremely complex. We're complex. So I feel like you couldn't explain human beings in totality. Like we would blow our minds trying to explain everything about ourselves. That's funny. Mediation. Mediation. But I should definitely jump off because I have been on for almost 2.5 hours and I still got to do some job searching tomorrow. Um, yeah, she wants to be the center of attention. Well, that could be that could be why. Uh, which is really weird for a Virgo because usually Virgos don't like to be the center of attention. Most Virgos I know are very, very, very shy, reserved people. So she must have like a lot of like Leo placements in her chart or some strong Leo placements or um, fire placements in her chart. I pick on Leos. I shouldn't pick on Leos. When I think the center of attention, I think, most Leos love to be in the spotlight, although my one of my friends from high school um, that I'm still in contact with, she's a Leo and she hates the spotlight. So I can't say all Leos do, but it depends on your personality. It could be aspects to it too. Yeah, that sounds like a very unevolved unevolved Leos. Yeah. I can't say all Leos are like that because my oldest daughter's a Leo, and she's far from wanting to be the center of attention or thinking she's. So it's not all Leos. It might be like I said, some aspecting her son from certain things in Leo or something like that. But yeah. But I'm gonna jump off and call it a night, guys. Thank you for everyone who donated and let me read for you. Thank you for everyone who joined. I hope you guys all have an awesome, awesome night. I will be back on Sunday for more readings. I'm gonna take tomorrow and Saturday off, like always. Fridays and Saturdays are my recharge days. Um, although Saturdays are really bad for recharge days. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Myshell. I've already put out the intention that I don't want them falling in my lap. I want the right ones falling in my. I'm like, don't let them come to me unless they're for my highest good and they're like what I'm supposed to be doing because I don't want to run around in circles with jobs. I don't want to waste my time. I'm getting too old for that. The last thing I want to do is start a job and be like, nope, this isn't working for me. Let's do another one. No, I want one job I'm going to stick with for a very long time. So I'm like, already put out the intention, you know, if it's not for my highest good, yeah, don't want it. But thank you for the good vibes. They are much appreciated. And yeah, I hope you guys all have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you all on Sunday if you manage to pop on. If anyone's looking for private readings, they can be purchased through my Etsy as well. If you pop over to the tarot section over there, there is all the listings for my private readings as well. There's also PDFs in there, so if you're into magic and manifestation and that kind of stuff, there's all sorts of PDFs for Book of Shadows or just for informational purposes. Those you can check out too. Cool, cool. So I will see you guys all on Sunday. Have a good weekend, guys, and have an awesome full moon. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.